Welcome, you're watching Cruise1st TV, and our challenge in this show is to offer you the best cruising experiences without an airport in sight.
And we've come up with 3 crackers, one for next August with Royal Caribbean to enjoy the spectacular and spooky total solar eclipse in northern Spain. And we've got 2 amazing late deals for April, one with Ambassador for 11 nights to the Norwegian fjords and the others with MSC to the Canaries and Portugal.
And I've got my sponsor form out for a big challenge coming up soon that I need your help with. More details later in the show.
Yes, so please stick around. You will want to hear all about it. For now though, let's get cruising with our first opportunity, and it's for next summer with Royal Caribbean and a 7-night cruise on board Liberty of the Seas, departing from Southampton. Now, she's sister to Indy. We like to call her Indy, don't we? Independence of the Sea. So if you've cruised with Indy, it's part of the Freedom class. It'll be familiar to you, Liberty of the Seas, the kind of offerings on board, which are absolutely excellent. There's so much going on. I think Royal Caribbean, when it comes to cruising, there's activities and there's something for anyone, no matter what the age group. And I think that does attract sort of people of all ages. You get people going on their honeymoon, you get families, you get a group of friends. It's really diverse and it appeals to everyone, which is fantastic. Loads of restaurants on board. And as you can see, even in the restaurants, there's stuff going on. There's activities. Everybody's out for a good time, aren't they?
Yeah, they absolutely are.
Wonderful.
Big production shows as well.
Oh my goodness. I was watching something about the training of the acrobats on board. It's insane, because if you think it's a show but it's at sea, it's amazing. So they have different shows on board, but at the moment they have In the Air, which is like a Cirque du Soleil style show, which is fantastic. There's themed parties on board as well. Look at that, you could do a bit of rock climbing on board, lots and lots of different sporty things to do. Flow Rider, which of course, if you've been with Royal Caribbean, you'll know. Bit of pitch and putt, ice skating, you know, it's unfathomable how many things there are to do on board.
Yeah.
You will just have the best time. Now, I've talked about all the activities. Don't let that kind of put you off and think, oh, I just like to be a bit more laid back. That's fine. There's lots of lovely spaces to go and relax. Whether you just like lying by the pool, you can do that. The restaurants. Here we're looking at one of the upscale restaurants, which is lovely, and I think that's a nice thing about cruising. One night, go with the white tablecloths and your fancy clothing, and maybe the next night you want to go and have a burger at Johnny Rockets. You know, you can do that. Wow, look at that carnival taking place. Now, it's just incredible on board. I mean, it just looks fun. I just want to be there. Take me there.
Definitely.
So cruising out of Southampton and arriving in Bilbao in Spain next. Now, if you like cats, there's a great excursion here. You like them, don't you? Called Whiskers and Kittens El Salon de mi Casa. It's not your ordinary cafe, it's a haven for rescued cats. So you have a coffee and pet the cats.
Oh, lovely.
Gijon in Spain next. Now, there's lovely beaches here, and it's the epicentre of the cider culture. So the most popular food dish here is octopus cooked in cider.
Oh.
Sounds very interesting. I'd like to try that one. La Coruña is next. Now, there's some great guided tours here. One that takes my fancy is a guided Segway tour around the city, seeing all the amazing sights like the Tower of Hercules. That'd be amazing. I mean, if you haven't been on a Segway, just doing that would be fun, wouldn't it?
Good luck.
A day at sea, and we're on to Lisbon in Portugal, which is just a beautiful city. They've got amazing old-fashioned trams, which are a really nice way to amble around the city. You don't really need to go on an organised tour. You can just spend the day at your leisure, hopping off and on the tram and seeing the city. Then we get to Vigo. Now, this is where you need to take a day trip to Santiago de Compostela and see the amazing cathedral. It was built in the Middle Ages, and it houses the remains of Apostle James. It's a big attraction while you're there. A day at sea, and you're back into Southampton, and you will have also experienced the solar eclipse.
Yes, actually, it's going to be on the 12th of August, so it's on the sea day between La Coruña and Lisbon, is that day where the total solar eclipse will happen. So I've been doing lots of research on this because I've done quite a few different cruises talking about this, and it could be up to 2.5 minutes of complete and utter darkness. How amazing, and how amazing to do that top deck of a ship as well. Would be wonderful to do. Mr. P's wondering whether they're piping out Total Eclipse of the Heart by Bonnie Tyler on top deck. Maybe Maybe. Let us know. I want to see the video of that as it all goes dark. Bonnie Tyler in the background. I can see it right now. Listen, deposit on this offer is just £150 per person today, and your price tag, because of course we're talking about August of next year, so your price for the whole thing. And actually there's quite a few cruises around at the moment, with quite a few different cruise lines that are covering the total solar eclipse in various places, actually, you know, some, you know, up in Iceland, some here in Europe as well. So it's going to be a big thing. It's going to be a big thing next year, and you know, like, it doesn't happen very often whatsoever. The last one, I think, was it last year or the year before, where we were watching everyone on the beach in America, weren't we? We were watching everyone on the beaches in America as it went completely dark and then got bright again. How wonderful. What a lovely thing to do. So you're enjoying 9 nights of Royal Caribbean cruising. It's for next summer with all the great dining and fun and activities. You can enjoy taking your flares with you as well and going out and seeing Saturday Night Fever, because that's the big production show on board, as well as many other productions as well. As Polly mentioned before, it's great for cruisers of all ages. You'll be cruising Spain and Portugal, and it's no fly to and from Southampton with Royal Caribbean. You lucky, lucky people. Here's the overview of the entire offer. Do you fancy a bit of Saturday Night Fever, Polly?
Oh yeah.
Night fever, night fever. Yeah, flares. Have you got some?
Of course. I've actually got some metallic blue ones.
Do you know, I need to get some. I do need to get some. I don't know why I need to get some. Like, I wasn't around the first time, but they're bound to come back at some point, you know, not in the too distant future, I would imagine. It's brilliant. Anyway, listen, if you want to enjoy that and so much more, Royal Caribbean is your baby. You are going to love it. Call us now, 0800 953 4700. Now, still to come in the show, we've got 2 amazing no-fly cruises for April that you need to grab because they're amazing late deals. But first, I mentioned I have got my sponsor form handy for you. Please let me take a few minutes out of your busy day and our busy day to showcase an amazing charity that provides hope, comfort and support to families of children living with complex medical needs, as well as bereavement support. It's a cause that means so much to us here at Cruise1st, and we want to help raise vital funds for their work. More about how we can all help in just a moment, but first let's take a visit to Reuben's Retreat and the wonderful work that they do. Nestled in the heart of the Derbyshire countryside, Reuben's Retreat is more than just a charity, it's a sanctuary. Founded in memory of 23-month-old Reuben Michael Graham, the retreat provides support for children with complex medical needs, as well as bereaved families who need a place to heal. Through peer support groups, counselling, holistic support, therapies and gifted spaces, it's a place for families to heal, rebuild and make precious memories together.
Reuben's Retreat was founded in 2012 in memory of my little Reuben, who had a short life with us but has a lasting impact in terms of legacy. Reuben was born into a family that worked in the travel industry, and so travelling was part of our upbringing, part of their upbringing. And when Reuben got poorly, we recognised that there was a huge lack of support out there for families that faced an uncertain future with their medically complex children, and for families, unfortunately, like us, after child loss. And so we set about to create a retreat, and we now offer a whole myriad of support and offerings that are bespoke and unique, and they're holistic. We concentrate on well-being, we concentrate on therapies, and we offer families of very, very poorly children the opportunity to come and make memories, and we offer families after child loss the opportunity to come to relax, recharge, remember and rebuild their lives. When you can hear the children laughing in the sensory room or in the movie room, or you can hear them playing and having fun and making memories, it's just amazing, it's incredible. These families are going through an awful lot, and for us to just switch the light on in their dark days and be part of, you know, their healing and their journeys is just a real honour. I always say that Reuben's Retreat will be built on an army of love and compassionate hearts, and I couldn't ask for more from people. We absolutely see on a daily basis the very best of humankind at Reuben's Retreat. We have this army of people that are so giving and so generous. We've been really blessed on this journey. We're here for every family that finds us, for as long as they need us.
Reuben's Retreat is a haven of love, support, hope and healing. It's where families can step away from their challenges and find comfort in a space built with kindness and care. Every smile, every moment of reflection and every shared memory here is a testament to Reuben's lasting legacy, a reminder that even in the hardest times, no one has to face their journey alone. It's an amazing charity, honestly. Obviously, I've been to see it for myself and see the work that they do, and they are such an inspiration, such a positive inspiration as well. So we, as a team, we had a little think about how we could make a splash and raise some money for Reuben's Retreat. And so I'm not doing a sponsored swim. In for a penny, in for a pound, I'm actually going to be jumping out of a plane from over 11,000 feet and skydiving in June, powered by our friends at Virgin Voyages, and this, hopefully, is where you can come in. Will you please help us raise as much as we can for this amazing cause? There are several ways at which you can donate. You can do it in 3 different ways, actually. You can either point your smartphone or tablet camera at the QR code that's in the middle of the screen, and fingers crossed, if everything's working technological-wise, that should take you to the donation link, or you can go straight to www.cruise1st.tv and then click on the Donate to Derek button, which should be right at the very top of the page if I have my way. Or if you'd like a simpler way of doing it, if you'd like to donate £10 straight away, you can do it by text. Just text the word Derek10, no spaces, to 70191, and text will be charged at £10 plus your standard message rate. That's Derek10 to 70191. Now, if you'd like to donate a different amount, you can do that, of course, via the website cruise1st.tv and click on the Donate to Derek. I'll keep you posted, of course, and the cameras will be there on the day that I skydive in June. On behalf of all of the team at Reuben's Retreat and everybody here at Cruise First, thank you for anything that you are able to donate. Thank you.
What a wonderful cause, and well done to you, Derek. Please give whatever you can. Now, are you ready then for 2 cracking late deals now for no-fly cruising at the UK? They're both in April. The first leaves on the 6th, and it's with Ambassador Cruise Lines out of Tilbury. And it's 11 nights, and we're off to the Norwegian fjords on Ambassador Ambience.
Well, that's a good length of itinerary for the Norwegian fjords. Of course, normally that would be 6, 7, 8 nights at the most, wouldn't it? So 11 nights is fantastic. And of course, you'll be cruising out of good old Tilbury. So literally, I think it's 5 or 10 minutes off the M25.
Fantastic.
Just before you get to the Dartford Bridge.
You know it
on
well.
the Essex side. I passed the turning recently, actually.
And thought, that's
I thought,
handy.
yes, that's where I should be going and cruising right now, just down there in Tilbury.
Well, let's talk about the Ambassador Ambience then. Aside from how close Tilbury is, this part, the journey to get there will be great. Then you get on the cruise ship and look at that. She's absolutely beautiful. It's really nice. It's a smaller ship. That means it can get closer to smaller ports. It means the guest to staff ratio is really, really high, so that, you know, you've got that like attention to detail. You're really looked after. I mean, on board, look at that. The service is just absolutely impeccable. If you like to relax on board and take it at your own pace, you can do that. If you want to be entertained, fabulous shows. Just look at that in the theatre. The Palladium is the main theatre, and it's across 2 decks, and the show team and guest artists from around the world are fantastic. In the day, the theatre's used for guest lectures. You can have questions with the captain if you like. There's movies as well.
How glamorous as well to say, yes, we're taking in a show. We're off to the Palladium tonight.
I know.
Again.
Living the dream. Living the dream. As well, I think it's really nice they have lots of Aces and Eights, the game room. Cards, games, activities, really,
I can
really
play
nice.
Scrabble while I'm on a cruise.
Exactly.
Hooray.
Leave your devices in your cabin.
I do love my
have a digital detox and get to that games room. Or, go to these guest lectures and things like that. It's fantastic as well. Oh, we're just having a look at all the lovely spaces on board. Some fantastic restaurants as well. You've got the Buckingham restaurant. That's the main restaurant. And the menu is so wide. It caters for everyone. There is a buffet on board if that's more your thing. It's Borough Market. Are you getting all those lovely lovely English.
Yeah, it's kind of like London buzz, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's, you know, it's like it's free and easy, but homely as well. Here's where we're off to.
Fantastic. So cruising out of Tilbury, arriving in Norway in Haugesund. Now here you can go on a rib safari tour around the island communities. Really wonderful, exciting way to do it. They do give you a dry suit and a life jacket, don't worry about that. Next it's Bergen. Now if you are the adventurous type, why not try whitewater rafting on the Randon Valley? I mean, it's definitely one for the adrenaline junkies. I don't think I could do it.
Why not?
Maybe just want to watch it happen. After that, it's Flam. This is just such a beautiful place. Obviously, it's known for its lovely railway, which is a really nice way to explore, take it easy, and just see incredible views of the valley.
And you stop at a waterfall.
Yeah, just
It's so good.
You've done it.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic.
It's lovely. It's more than just a waterfall as well.
Eidfjord is next. Now, obviously, at all these stops, there's beautiful scenery, tons of museums. But actually, if you just fancy staying on the ship and chilling out, it's your holiday. You're in charge, so do whatever you like. Stavanger is next. Here you have got jaw-dropping scenery. But it might be quite nice while you're here to do it a bit exclusive. You can get a private tour with a local and go and see some of the less touristy parts somewhere off the beaten track, which I think would be a nice thing to do. Kristiansand is next. Now there's a beautiful historic lighthouse here to see, and if you are a train enthusiast, you've got the Railway Museum, which actually runs steam trains with old wooden coaches as
lovely.
well. I know a lot of people are into trains, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oslo is next, and it's the capital, so where better to learn about the importance of Vikings on Norway than at Viking Planet. It's got holograms, cinematic experiences, you can even dress up as a Viking. What's not to love?
Brilliant.
After that, you're back to Tilbury. A lovely no-fly itinerary there.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? It's really lovely. And actually, do you know what? This time of the year as well, it's nice. You know, you're coming into springtime, and you know, actually, I've just thought I was naturally, you know, speaking and thinking there that this is going to be for next year. This is for this April. This is for like, oh my word, yeah, late deal time. This is brilliant. You want to wait until you see the price tag for this as well, because it's 11 nights of full board cruise. So dining, entertainment, so much more included on board. These wonderful ports. This is a longer than average Norwegian fjords itinerary. Late deal, so not everyone's going to get it, but check out this price. It's going to sell out in days. Look at that. That's 11 nights of fantastic cruising to and from Tilbury, which if you're driving, literally 10 minutes off the top of the M25, not even the top of the M25, it's the bit near the Dartford crossing. Really, really easy to get to and from. You'll love it. 775. So if you're thinking, right, I'm ready for a cruise. Haven't done the fjords before. Should we do this? Have a look at your other half. Talk to your sister, your family, your brother, whoever needs to know. And let's get it booked. Do be quick though. It's going to sell out quick. Here's the overview. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful, wonderful and very late deal as well. I mean, this goes. Yeah, this should not be on this show. It's going too soon. It means that I'm going to have to whip this show off air because the cruise would have gone, and you'll be sat there looking at the telly going, he's talking about a cruise that's already gone. He's going, you know, he's going slightly strange. It's all that skydiving. It's in his head. But it's good, isn't it? I would grab it quickly while you can. Loads to do on board. It is going to sell out very, very quickly as well. So I would get on it as quickly as you can. 0800 953 4700. Mr. P is silently furious. He's like, what, how soon? How soon is that going? How quickly am I going to have to make another show? How about cruising solo on a balcony for less than £2,000 on that one as well? That's very nice, actually. That's a pretty good deal, isn't it?
Absolute bargain.
Do you fancy a little getaway soon?
Why not? Yeah, actually.
Would be nice, wouldn't it?
It would, and I want to go to the Norwegian fjords.
Yeah.
So yeah, book straight away. Now our final no-fly cruise leaves on the 21st of April out of Southampton and in a very different direction. This time we're off to the Canaries and Portugal for 12 nights on board MSC Virtuosa, which we know very well, don't we?
Love MSC Virtuosa. Such great news.
From home for you.
Yeah, great news. Again, year after year after year. We've got her as our baby, it feels, during the main cruising season, which is great. That's the case this year, and I believe it's the case next year as well, which would make it something like 5 years in a row or something ridiculous, that Virtuosa has been ours to call ours. I mean, she's just a lovely ship, and honestly, she's a nice, you know, relatively new ship as well. Literally the last few years, she still feels brand spanking new. There are still people discovering her all the time.
Absolutely,
And
very,
just
very
having a great
new.
time.
And very glamorous as well. I don't know,
Really
it
glamorous.
feels quite special on board. I mean, and when I say that, don't think, oh gosh, I don't know if that's me. I don't like fancy. Don't worry, I don't know. Like I was saying to you, home from home.
Yeah.
As much as it's a glamorous and it's an event and it's a step out the ordinary, you fit in. You just feel like, yeah, I deserve this.
But also, one thing I would tell you, say to you as well, in terms of the beauty and the glamour and whatever, is don't look at the price tag and think that this is the equivalent of that holiday camp at sea, because it really isn't.
Definitely
I absolutely promise you. I mean, the ship is beautiful. People get on and they go, oh my God, I can't believe the price I got this cruise for, and just how lovely and new and fresh the ship is. And actually, how many different choices there are for you. You know, there are nice quiet spaces to escape to if you want to. It's got a wonderful spa. The dining is just, you know, superb. And the service,
Yeah.
considering the price you're paying and the tips are included, I'm like, it makes you want to tip.
It does. It really does. So chatty, so friendly. Lovely, lovely speciality dining on board. We sampled a few, but actually, main dining, which is included, feels like speciality dining.
Really good,
It
yeah.
really does. The
So many
food is
choices.
excellent. The service, the drinks.
I thought literally it would be, you know, 2 starters,
Yeah.
2 mains, 2 dessert. No, I mean, that menu was absolutely jam-packed. So, listen, I'm going to tell you that the price is unbelievable. So take a note of where you are going. It's no flying, remember. So in and out of Southampton for 12 amazing nights. First 2 days at sea.
And then you arrive in Lisbon in Portugal. Now, if you're a bit of a bookworm, Lisbon is actually home to the world's oldest bookshop. It opened in 1732 and it holds the Guinness record because it's still in operation as well. So how lovely to go and investigate that. A day at sea, then on to Madeira. Now, I found a really fun excursion. You take a private tuk-tuk tour to Monte Village and then you go on an exhilarating toboggan ride down the hill again. And then you drive back to Funchal and you explore the old town. What an exciting day. Gran Canaria in the Canary Islands is next. Now, you've got year-round sunshine here. So many gorgeous beaches. If it was me and I was having this cruise, I think I'd hop off the ship with my beach towel, find a beach and relax in the sunshine.
Lovely.
Next, we're going to Tenerife. Oh, here you've got Loro Park. It's home to 400 different animal species, but it's quite a nice zoo because it continuously helps to rescue and rehabilitate and release the creatures back into the wild, which I think is really, really nice while you're there.
Yeah.
Nice thing to do. Lanzarote is next. Now, if you've always sort of fancied scuba diving, but it's not your thing, there's an event you can do that's called the Sea Trek. You go on a walkway on the seabed and you're in a dry suit and you've got a helmet over you so you can breathe normally, but you actually get to see all the underwater marine life. It's
Nice.
fab. Vigo is next. Now, one of my favourite white wines is Albarino, and there's a private Albarino wine tour of the Salnés Valley where most of the Albarino cellars are located. So that's what I'll be doing if I go on this bargain
every holiday should have a bit of education in it as well, shouldn't it, really?
Exactly. Experience the local culture.
Absolutely.
So after that, a day at sea, and you're back to Southampton.
Very, very nice. Now, this is a 12-night cruise, and I'm really labouring the point here because when you see the price, you'll be like, well, that is like winning a prize, actually, when you see the price tag. But you'll look at it and you go, 12 nights of cruise for that? How the heck are they doing that? Well, it is a late deal. I know, too soon, isn't it, Mr. P, again? 21st of April this goes. Don't let it go without you because look at the price. Everyone looking? Sorry, Polly, I didn't mean to make you jump then. Just wanted to make sure I had everyone's attention. Listen to Derek now, children. $8.99 per person. That's for a 12-night cruise that goes on the 21st of April. Not in 2 years' time, not in 3 years' time. 21st of April. Heading on down to the sunny Canaries, Madeira and Portugal. No fly to and from Southampton. Your tips are included there as well. Now this will sell out and it will sell out quickly. So if you want it, you need to call. And can I just say right now, because I know it's going to happen, there'll be some of you that call and you were just that 2 calls too late and we couldn't get you the availability. I'm going to, please don't shout at the team. That it's not their fault that the cruise sells out. We said it on telly. If anything, it's my fault. I'll take the blame. Shout at me right now, because if it sells out, and you can't get on this, it's kind of sort of my fault. Do you think they'll feel sorry for you, Mr. P? Do you think they will? He says no chance. No. Listen, you don't know my audience like I do. They're lovely people. Anyway, listen, why are you still watching me? You should be calling and getting this booked right now. It's $899 for a 12-night cruise that goes on the 21st of April. I'm sorry if you don't get it. Here's the overview. The cruise actually does run also on the 9th of August and the 4th of October, if that's any consolation. So you can talk to the team about the prices for that if you can't get onto this one. I don't think that really helps, does it? No, I'm digging myself a hole here. If you want to go all-inclusive, how about the wonderful premium extra drinks package, which is the one with champagnes by the glass, Polly, as you know. £28 per person per night, which is massively reduced. It's about half price, if not less, actually, which is brilliant. So grab that quickly while you can. 0800 953 4700 is your telephone number to call. And again, I feel like I should say it again. Sorry if you don't get it. Sorry. I didn't put it into this show. I just told you about it. Anyway, listen, if you've never ever cruised before and you're looking at this and you're thinking, well, this might get me cruising for the first time, here's what you can look forward to.
When you choose to cruise, you'll experience one of the best value holidays with so much included as standard. Your floating resort will take you to multiple destinations in one trip, where you'll wake up to a new view every day and only have to unpack once. Your ensuite accommodation will have everything you need to feel right at home, with a daily servicing provided by your personal cabin steward. Around the ship, you'll have the opportunity to take part in various activities, which can include quizzes, dance classes, game shows, movie screenings, lectures, and much more. When it comes to food, you'll never go hungry on a cruise, with options available right around the clock. Enjoy fine dining with waiter service in one of the main restaurants, or opt for something more casual in the self-service buffet. There's always snacks and room service available too. And as the sun goes down, that's when the ship really comes to life. Every evening, you'll be spoilt for choice when it comes to entertainment. From Broadway-style shows in the lavish theatre to live music, comedy, karaoke, and silent discos. So if you want more holiday for less money, make sure you choose to cruise.
That's why you should do it. Absolutely, that's why you should do it. Because how many times do we live?
Once.
Once, isn't it? We're here for a good time and not a long time and all of that. And actually, it's good to push your own boundaries a little bit, isn't it? And go, maybe you've always been dead set against cruising and you're still here watching this channel right now. Maybe it's time to square that circle and get booked. Listen, quick reminder before we go. I'm skydiving in June from over 11,000 feet, jumping out of a plane.
Well done. I am proud of you.
And I've got my sponsor form out and I want you to sign it. Here's how you can donate. You can point your smartphone at the QR code there on the screen. You can also donate online at Cruise1st.tv and just click on the Donate to Derek button. Or if you'd like to just easy peasy right now, donate £10. It's the price of a coffee and a cake, isn't it, at the end of the day? Then text Derek10 with no spaces to 70191 and your message will be charged at £10 plus your standard network rate. We are raising money for Ruben's Retreat, which is an amazing, amazing charity. And there's more details on the donate page as well, which you'll find at Cruise1st.tv. Thank you. Please sponsor me.
I will. I'm going to sponsor him.
A long way up there.
It is, and I think it's fantastic. Well done. It is a wonderful cause.
I haven't done it yet.
Yeah, you're going to.
I can
You have to. Once we've sponsored, you've got to do it.
That's it. I could do it. Sponsor me. Thank you very much. Anyway, listen, stay right where you are. We've got more fabulous shows on the way. See you later.